like to introduce two more kick-ass, inspirational women to join our panel today. There are two more seats over there beside you. Are you guys ready to know who else is joining us today? Yeah? All right. Known for her candor and honesty and the causes she supports, including the arts and anti-bullying. She is a model, painter, published author, and makeup artist. Let's give it up for the beautiful, magnificent Solenn Heussaff. Hi guys! Hola! Hello Solenn! Thank you for coming. There's Liane, Solenn.
Hi!
All right.
How's everyone?
How are you feeling, Solenn?
I'm a bit nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are you nervous? You got
There's
this.
so many.
All these beautiful faces, all these cell phones.
I know. Take your photos now, guys. All right. No, save your photos for later because actually we have one more panelist coming out in just a bit. All right? To complete this second panel, let's say bienvenue to Filipino-French actress known for her work on the 2014 horror film Donors and the mystery film Colorblind. Last and not the least, let's welcome on stage Anne Gauthier. Hi Anne, you are looking lovely. Please join us. Wow, where's that coming from? Welcome everybody, and thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. I know it's an awe-inspiring thing to be with you ladies on stage today. And now, It's a Girl Thing is again a gathering of all female social media personalities and influencers. So our questions are going to be revolving around that, okay? Our first question, how do you think technology has changed and helped women and girls to further inspire each other in your own experience?
Technology has definitely changed my life. It gave me a voice.
Right.
I didn't think that a cell phone would help me reach millions of people, and it is a blessing, and I don't think that we should be embarrassed or ashamed because we have a voice now. Us women can stand up and speak about what we want to say. So
Exactly.
it definitely has helped me.
All right.
Yes, technology is a very good thing because everything literally is at the tips of our fingers.
Exactly.
Everything is researchable. You can get in touch with people that you think you'll never get in touch with. There's also a fine line to be careful as well because everything is just so fast-paced nowadays that it's also very easy to get yourself lost in the midst of it. So I guess you just have to find that right balance of sharing certain things and also keeping to yourself. Right.
Technology is a great way, I agree with the girls, in connecting girls around us and being able to talk to different personalities and share different ideas. I do agree that there is a fine line because we do see a lot of the times highlights of people's lives, and just to realize that everyone goes through their ups and downs and we all share the same kind of situation.
Right. Social media is social media. You can share everything about your
Yes.
day. You can post your stories. You can tweet with everybody who tweets you if you want to reply to all of them. But it's also a great avenue really to share your ideas and your day or your messages to everybody who's following you. But of course, there are disadvantages as well. Right? So from bullying to unrealistic beauty standards in society, which can unfortunately affect us in negative ways. You know, sometimes you get affected by what you see. You think that this person just looks so perfect every day at the beach, right? And you're like, why can't my life be that way? Wow. Anyway, there's a lot of attention now in the media on mental health awareness. In fact, October 10th was World Mental Health Day. So, in terms of mental health, do you think staying positive is enough to ensure your own mental health and wellness? Can you share what you do to go through the hard times of your life?
Well, first, you cannot please everyone. And nobody is perfect. Everyone has their weaknesses, everyone has their battles. And I think that how I handled the situation was to make sure I train my brain. It literally is something you have to work on to train yourself to always be positive, because it's not easy, especially when you're being watched by a lot of people and saying everything, like people talking about you. All you have to do is focus on the people that love you and follow your heart and your dreams, and just stay positive, and it will definitely make a change.
Yeah, so of course being positive is very important, but because of course when you're a positive person, everything just kind of falls into place. But you also have to remember that everything takes time. So I think aside from being positive, you need to stay calm. You need to be able to take yourself out of that situation and think. Because sometimes when you react right away, you say things you don't mean, or you do things you don't want to do. So just take your time, be calm, and know that, you know, things will actually heal in time, because time is a healer of everything. So stay positive, and it's also very important to communicate. I think communicating is one of the things that we don't do so much nowadays, because we tend to like post on our phones all the time and trying to show, oh, this perfect life of mine, that you don't really show everything that's real, because you're not going to share your problems to the world, obviously.
Right.
So yeah, you just need to find the right people to hang out with, that will be there for you through the thick and thins of your career or whatever you're doing. And yeah, I think it's like a group. Like me and Anne actually grew up together since birth.
We're childhood
Really?
friends.
Oh, okay.
So definitely, she's
helpful.
part of my support system. When you are getting bullied, it does hurt. And it's important to remember to surround yourself and talk to people, close friends, and open up to them. And not to pretend that everything is okay. You can have certain close friends that you can talk to. And also remembering that when someone bullies you, it's really not about you. It's about their own fears.
Right.
And it's really just, the only thing you can do is just continue living your life the way you want to. There's nothing else you can do. It's the best revenge in a way.
Do you have your own personal experiences where you're having a really tough time with your social media, and that is how you responded? Right.
Well, in the beginning, when I started doing videos and I started getting views, and then I'm thinking, oh, it's not bad. I'm not going to be upset or hurt by these comments.
Yeah.
Then once it starts happening and you see all these comments, you'll see all these good comments, but that one bad comment can affect you. But the thing is how you overcome it. Again, it does take time. It does take surrounding yourself with the right people. But remember this, haters are going to hate. And if they're hating on you, you're doing something right. So...
Exactly. But like she said, haters will be haters, and they're always out there. But most of the time, like you were saying a while ago, haters are actually the people with the problem, that they have something they need to face that they don't want to face. So it's easier for them to pinpoint and be like, oh, you're like this, and you're like that, and you're like that. So they don't get to face and actually look at themselves in the mirror and see what the problem is. So usually I know, like I've read many things about me or about my family that I'm not happy with, that I get depressed about. But you just have to kind of know to just brush it off and know that, you know, these people don't actually hang out with me at home. They don't know me, so they don't get the chance, or they shouldn't be able to say these certain things about me, because at the end of the day, I know who I am, and that's what matters.
And that's really the most important, is knowing who you are. Again, you really can't please everyone. Everyone will have their different opinions, say different things about you. It's just really how you see yourself in the mirror every day. And to be kind to yourself. You know, no one is perfect. You just constantly see on social media the perfect side of a certain personality. You don't see how they look when they get out of bed in the morning, when they've like stuffed their face with food. We don't see these experiences. So it is important to remember everyone is human. Everyone has their bad and good days.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Those were very helpful tips for everybody. So keep those in mind. Just remember, at the end of the day, we're all just people, and we all should just be good to each other, right? Anyway, we also asked some of you from our audience to share some examples of how good you are to yourself. So let's take a look.
I always take care of myself by eating healthy food and exercising. I also feed on my passion, which is singing, by joining extracurricular activities in school. Self-love should be inside and out.
Self-love is tough love, and you should learn to appreciate yourself every once in a while. So I always reward myself and get what I want because I know I deserve it.
I think just trying to have a balance. For example, when I feel sad or upset about something, I let myself cry and release my feelings and emotions. But after that, I get back up again and continue to do my best in everything. I'm also learning to love myself more and to see the positive in every situation.
Yes, because I do what I want. I take care of myself. For example, if I'd like to play football, I play football. If I would like to express myself, I dance.
Such sassy answers. I like the girl with who did this. Okay, I'll ask my question that way, okay? Our last question. What do you guys, what are your advices to the yous of the future? The you of the future.
Your
The
future you.
Liane of the future. The Solenn of the future.
The advice I would give to my future you is to continue to put God first and to continue to love yourself and to take things one day at a time, because when you look at things in the future and you're just like, oh my God, there's so many things that I want to do, but it's so important to take it one day at a time. Tomorrow is never promised, so appreciate today, be present today, love the people that love you, and love yourself.
Yes, that's actually a difficult question, but for the future Solenn, I wish she had a happy life. I wish I helped a lot of people along the way. I would remind myself to stay happy and to remember the simple things in life that you don't actually think about anymore. Just, being healthy, having a family that's healthy. Like, it's okay to be ambitious and to want to succeed, but you need to know how to take that time off also and remove the pressure off of you and know that happiness is the key to success, basically. So just know when to take a breather and then know when to give yourself some slack about it.
Happiness is really being in the present moment. But what I would say to maybe the future me is that I'm never too old to learn. That life is really like a classroom. We're all gonna constantly make mistakes, but failures will only be failures if you stop and you don't keep going. It's really taking a failure, a mistake, and turning it into a valuable lesson and using that every single day, whether I'm 40, 50, 60, 70, and just keep growing. So that's what I would say to my future me.
I love the answers. The usual question would be like, what would you say to the past you? But this one, at least it's looking forward. Now, the fierceness and generosity of our panel is as beautiful and as amazing as they are, definitely. Again, we would like to thank you guys for joining us today, sharing your time and your insights. Let's give it up for Liane V, Solenn, and Gauthier.